All right, a couple little different things today. I'm coming to you from a different location, and I'm coming to you with something that is not on four wheels. This is something that's on one, I guess it would be. Behind me here is, this was sent for me by a company called Yesoul. It is their amazing exercise bike. I can't wait to show you the review. So with that, let's get going. But first, we have to unbox this. First of all, this right here is the G1 PLUS model. I'm in Canada, so that's actually the only model that we can get sent, or the top model that we can get sent here. They do have one larger than this in terms of a larger screen. This is here, up here is the screen, because they send the screen in a separate package than the overall bike. So I'll do a time-lapse video. I'm not sure if I have enough memory on this card to do a 5-hour 20-hour video, however long it's going to take me to put this bike together. But regardless, we're going to show you the unboxing of this. All right, so I decided to save you the rest of the boring watching me put it together segment, because here it is in all of its glory, all put together. Man, I actually really love the way that this thing looks, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And of course, it does have the wheels down here to wheel it out of the way. Now let's just talk about a couple things. First and foremost, it is all controlled by an app, which is going to control what you see up here. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But first and foremost, let's talk about it. So again, the size of it is, you know, again, reasonable. What I do like about it here, of course, is it has some nice logoing on it. I like the red and black. This looks, you know, nice and simple, but kind of sporty at the same time. You've got the toe pieces here on the pedals for your feet, obviously. They even give you back here on the back these 1 kilogram weights, because they have more than just the biking you know, exercises you can watch. In fact, this one here is a 24-inch screen, by the way. It'll rotate, so if you want to be doing something over here, you know, whatever, it'll rotate, tip up and down, depending on, of course, how tall you are and when you're sitting there. The seat, of course, is all adjustable, obviously, right? We have adjustability seat there. This right here is the adjustability for the resistance. Now, by the way, this is magnetic resistance. That's what all this is going on here. And as you can obviously see from back here, due to that, and of course due to the screen, we have to plug this darn thing in, right? So it has to have electricity, clearly, right? The handlebars are great. I have used it, so we're going to talk about that here also in a minute. And then also they even give you this right here, which is like a water bottle holder. I have actually been putting my cell phone in there, just in terms of, you know, trying to keep it handy for the app perspective on this. But so far in my usage of it, I'm very impressed. Now let's just talk about the app in terms of, you know, setting this up. All right, so the app is called Yesoul Fitness, and here I am here. You're gonna obviously see it if you see that logo right down there. Probably hard to tell, but anyways, this is what's gonna control what we're seeing up here on the screen. All right, so I've kind of reset everything, so there's not a whole lot of numbers up here right now, but just wanted to kind of show you how this works. So the cool thing is there's a couple different things you can do with the app. You can do training with trainers, of course. So there's all kinds of different workouts that you can do here. Especially, you know, if you're a beginner, you know, like myself, I'm a beginner to this kind of biking situation. So there's a whole bunch of things you can do here in terms of what it is you want to do. But one of my favorites, what I like to do is we go back here, and you can just ride, of course, and it's going to keep track of everything. But you can also do this scenic ride. And what I think that's really cool. So let's just go to, I don't know, let's go to Mount Fuji, Japan, for an example. You can choose your time, how long you want to do it for. It's going to come up here on the screen. I'm going to turn the volume down, mainly because I don't want any copyright issues, of course. Turn down, there we go. So it's going to have music, and you're going to be able to bike. It's going to show you your output, your resistance down here, which of course, as I said, you can control here. And as you can see, watch, you can control it from right here, right? You can control that. The cadence here, and then obviously other statistics here. And then your timer's up here, of course, to show you how long of a time you've got, because obviously you got cool down times and things like that, right? So that's one of my favorites, because you can listen to music on here. You can also put your headphones on, of course, and listen to music as well. The one thing I have yet to figure out, though, however, is how, and I don't know if you can, I've reached out, I haven't heard back yet, how to link this up, if you can link this up to your Bluetooth headphones. So worst case scenario, you just turn this down, listen to your Bluetooth headphones, right, as you bike along the way here. But I would like that aspect for, you know, when I'm, you know, let's turn this off. So you just you just hit here, it looks like power, which is going to help you, allow you to cancel it. All right. And then you're back to the main screen. And again, we can do workouts here. Let me show you one of the workouts just so you can show, or just so I can show you how it kind of looks here. So let's maybe go to one of the beginners. Here we are, beginner. And I don't know, let's just do cross training, I guess. And we'll start. So there we go. I guess I don't know if I can turn this up because again, there's music behind her. But obviously, you know, they're going to teach you different ways. And again, it's all dependent on your, I don't want to say skill level, but, you know, level that you're at in terms of using the bike. So far, I found that app works very flawlessly. I'm very, very impressed with how easy it was to set up. In fact, you really just have to download it, put your information in, and then it will link up via your Bluetooth here. Sometimes I've heard you have to give it a couple spins here, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to use that way. And the cool part, like I say, is it keeps track. Now, the one thing I have to tell you about this, all of this stuff in terms of, you know, this app and everything else, is it does require, see, I just want to quit here. It does require a membership. So, but unlike a competitor of theirs, which of course, as we're looking at this, let's be honest, this is a Peloton competitor, essentially. The only difference is this is much better priced than any Peloton that's on the market, as well as you don't have to get certain things other than if you want to use some of the stuff that I was showing you, you'd have to get a membership, but it's only $9.99 a month. And I think you can get it as low as like $70 a year if you buy it as a package as opposed to monthly. So the cool part about this, again, is the fact that, let me go back to home here. Let's try something else here. Again, that was the basic one I already did. Let's go back over here and then see what Just Ride looks like. So yeah, so now you can just ride it and it has it. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. It is, you know, relatively inexpensive as far as I'm concerned in order to, you know, use this monthly, you know, in terms of the overall cost. I mean, if you're looking at $70 a year or whatever it was, I think it was, how bad is that, right? Especially if you can get into shape. Now myself, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm clearly out of shape. I think you saw that probably in the video, at the start of the video when I was putting this together. But, and speaking of that, actually, I also want to talk about that too. Putting this bike together, I am not good at putting stuff together. In fact, well, I shouldn't say I'm not necessarily good at putting these together. I just get really frustrated. I'll try and go ahead. I'll do 5 steps, and then I realize I missed one. Anyways, the point is, what I really found about this was it was very easy to assemble, and they gave you all the tools with it, which again is very important, which I like because, you know, a lot of you might not have the specific tools that they're requiring. And a lot of it was already bolted on. You just had to unbolt it, put it on, and then rebolt it. So again, the way that they package this came very nice. Again, as you probably saw at the start, the screen and the bike come separately. Now, a couple other things I just want to really show you here is you have the ability to adjust the height here. Of course, the seat height, what they say is it should be at about your waist in order to adjust that. And then, of course, we have the adjustments on the bottom. There's feet on the bottom of these, and then you have the wheels there too. It is fairly heavy, but it's an exercise bike, so it's not meant to be easy, but it does roll pretty easily with those wheels. This will come off fairly easily. There's just a couple of, you just have to unscrew this and it kind of pops off. Everything connected easy as far as the electronics. So setting up the screen was a breeze. It worked right away, right out of the box. Like I said, I just followed the instructions, hooked it up, and it worked. Again, no problem at all. That is my initial impressions of this bike. So far, love it. Use it a little bit already. Again, love what I've used so far of it. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video in the future where you can kind of see maybe if I lose some weight from it. The point is, I'm really planning on using it. You know, that is the reason why I accepted this bike from them when they approached me, because I thought, you know what, that would be a good thing for me. And again, from all the competitors out there, and I looked at some after they approached me, I really dare you to try and find something that's going to compare to what you're seeing here, best bang for the buck in the Yesoul. Again, this is the G1 PLUS. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and I have a code at the bottom in the description of this video. It's going to allow you to get 10% off if you're looking at one for your very own. Again, any questions, reach out to me, let me know. Maybe I'll put a follow-up video up here soon so I can let you know how it's going after using it for an extended period of time. As always, thanks so much for watching. Take care.